This week I decided I was going to make scones using my sourdough discard. At this point, I am just adding my dry ingredients that I will mix in this bowl and set aside for later. So sourdough discard is just starter that is no longer active. So whatever I remove out of my jar that I'm going to feed to make active starter, that discard goes into this jar and into the fridge until I'm ready to use it for a discard recipe. So I use it probably once a month or so to make recipes using discard, but I do add to it every week. So whenever I'm gonna make bread, I remove and it goes into this jar and in the fridge. So at some point between the beginning of the video and around now, I decided I was going to make 2 batches of scones because I got some sad faces when I said that I was going to make cranberry scones. So I made some chocolate chip ones that the kids enjoyed. So I am mixing the wet ingredients here, and then I'm going to be setting that aside. So then we're gonna grate some butter. You want the butter to be frozen, so it makes it easier to grate and it won't melt when you touch it and you mix it with the flour. So here I'm just mixing the grated butter in with the flour, and I'm gonna be adding my craisins to this batch. And there go the craisins. Mix everything well so that there is plenty of craisins in each scone. And this is my chocolate chip batch. So I also grated the butter and did that as well to this bowl. So now I'm just mixing my dry ingredients for the craisins into the wet, and you don't want to overmix, but you want to make sure that everything is mixed well and there are no dry pieces of flour. So I use my Danish whisk for a bit until I get tired of it, and then I move on to my plastic bowl scraper. And then I just go in with my hands kneading the dough to make sure that everything is combined well. And then you're gonna have a nice dough that develops. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my chocolate chips. Make sure that everything is mixed well and there are no dry bits of flour hanging out. So now we're gonna dump the dough onto a floured surface. I'm using my wooden board here that has measurements on it and my wooden rolling pin to just roll it out to about 8 inches in diameter. So it's gonna be anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. So as I'm doing this, I'm also going to be smoothing out the edges so that it's kind of uniform throughout. So once we have it where we want it, we use our bench scraper to cut the dough into 8 equal sections. And then you're going to transfer your 8 scones onto a baking sheet that has been lined with parchment paper, and it's going to go into the fridge for a couple hours. So I'm doing the same here with my chocolate chip, and it's going to go into the fridge for a couple hours as well. So it could go in for longer, but I chose to bake it after 2 hours. So you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and they're going to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. When you're ready to bake, you can brush the tops with a light coating of cream and sprinkle some sugar. And this is the final result. They had a wonderful crunch out of the oven. They were delicious, both the cranberry and the chocolate chip. You should try this, like and subscribe for more videos.